Well, the conversation regarding Hurricane Beryl continues. As we continue to monitor it as it makes progress towards Jamaica, and certainly our hearts and prayers go out to them. While that be, we just want to take a time to reflect on the aftermath, on the impact that it has had on the Grenadines and Barbados as it is. Joining me live in conversation out of Barbados is Tyson Henry. He's a Chief Information Officer with the Barbados Information Service. Also joining me out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Colvin Harry, and he's the Assistant General Manager of NBC Radio. Gentlemen, good evening. Thank you and welcome to the program.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Good evening.
Well, we're going to start the conversation with you, Colvin, as we look at pictures and images from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and they have been truly and totally heart-rending.
Yes, and many of those images are coming out, especially out of the southern Grenadines, particularly from Myro and Union Island. And as you're aware, Union Island is the closest to Grenada, being just north of Carriacou. And this is where most of the damage that we've seen so far, the island has basically been flattened. The last report we had from the Prime Minister stated that after a flyover yesterday, it was estimated at 98% destroyed. Very few buildings are still standing, structures are compromised, and most of the island pretty much lay in ruins. And likewise, for Myro, I actually just saw a photo of the Roman Catholic Church, which was a shelter on Myro, that was destroyed. And that's a very old building, a stone building actually. And that those are the pictures that we are seeing so far, utter destruction, particularly in the southern Grenadines. We are yet to hear about the damage on Canawan and some of the other islands. And for the mainland, the issue is mostly where there's no power in most of the areas, especially in the Kingstown area and the surroundings. Kingstown has power, but the surrounding areas are still awaiting restoration of power.
Tyson, you had your Beryl encounter, but let's start today where we are understanding that you've had to deal with flash floods and other issues across the island.
Yes, today, actually, I was saying off here earlier that what we're kind of saying to ourselves as Bajans is that Beryl brought the winds and left the rains behind. The rains caught up today and had the island completely under flood watch. Many persons are actually still trapped in their homes, believe it or not, in many areas of the country. The rains, honestly, were relentless up until noon. So from 5 in the morning, consistently through until roughly 11 or so is when the watch would have been discontinued. The problem with that is that Beryl did bring a little bit of rain, so the ground is already saturated. And what is extremely scary about this is that this is just the beginning of the season.
True.
So we're kind of hoping for a little reprieve for the next few days or next few weeks, certainly, because none of the islands can handle this consistently.
Great. Well, thanks a lot, gentlemen. Time is certainly of the essence. As regional brothers, let's continue to do what we have to do. Tyson Henry, Chief Information Officer, the Barbados Information Service. Colvin Henry, the Assistant General Manager at NBC Radio. Gentlemen, thank you and appreciate the time.